Mike Huckabee is very, very upset over the Obamacare birth control mandate. This is the provision that's being talked about right now and argued about in front of the Supreme Court. It's the Hobby Lobby case. And we've gone over the basics roughly 100 times on this show. And basically what that provision says is you can't have the business owner get in between you and your doctor. You know, so for example, I went to Iona College. It's technically a Catholic college, although they're very liberal. They don't, shove religion down your throat or anything like that. But it would basically be like a 28-year-old female teacher working as a professor at Iona, and she gets her health insurance through Iona as part of her payment for her job. And it would be like one of the brothers, the priests at Iona, saying to her, "We're not going to allow you to get birth control coverage." And she's like, wait, what? But it's my health insurance. It's part of your payment to me is cash and health insurance. What do you mean I can't have birth control? It's part of a health insurance plan. What are you talking about? And they say, yes, but it's against our personal values to allow you to take the pill. It's none of your fucking business. What are you talking about? Well, that's basically what the argument is here. It's the right wing is saying, no, the business owner can get in between you and your doctor and tell you what you can and cannot put in your body. I mean, it's basically legalizing religious anarchy. As long as you say, I'm gonna make this declaration in the name of religion, you can get away with anything. So if you're a business owner and you say, I don't believe in vaccines, so none of my people can take vaccines, it's against my religion. So you make it so that your health insurance policies that you give to your people, they don't allow vaccinations. You know, we did the example of Santeria the other day. What if it's part of your religion that, hey, we got to cut off a goat's head, sprinkle it, and dance around a fire? Okay, well, I'm sorry. If you're going to work here, you got to do what's part of my religion. Sorry, it's just part of working here, man. You got to do it. If you disagree, well, then we're going to fire you. It's this crazy idea that if you claim it's in the name of religion, you can get away with anything you want. There are a lot of people who don't believe in modern medicine at all. Pentecostals, for example, they only believe in faith healing. It's a test of your faith. You gotta pray instead of actually going and getting penicillin or getting some sort of modern treatment. So you could theoretically, if this case gets decided with the right wingers, you could have some sort of business that says, well, we don't believe in modern medicine, so if you work here, sorry, your health insurance gives you no coverage. Is this really the door we want to open? It's madness. But, of course, ironically, the right-wingers are arguing for that. And it's so funny because these are the same people that screamed about the government getting in between you and your doctor. Well, here's an example of the business owner getting in between you and your doctor, but now they love it. As long as it's arbitrary control from a business owner and it's for religion, then they're like rock and roll. Of course, fuck with them all you want. We got no problem with it whatsoever. So Mike Huckabee is on the wrong side of this, and he's leading what he calls a buycott. Now, a buycott is the opposite of a boycott, and he's trying to incentivize people to support Hobby Lobby. So, oh yeah, everybody go there on Saturday and get everything you can and stand up with them. He says, quote, if religious liberty and freedom of conscience doesn't exist for Hobby Lobby, how long will it be before it's taken from you? Enough of government thinking it's God and trying to act like it. Now, so far, nothing crazy in the story. This is what we expected from a guy like Mike Huckabee, right? I mean, this is a guy who's been religious from the beginning. He's been very consistent. He essentially wants a theocracy. He essentially wants, the Bible to be law as opposed to the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Well, that's interesting because in 2005, quote, Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee signed a law mandating Arkansas insurance plans provide contraception coverage, including church-affiliated organizations such as hospitals and university. Corporations like Hobby Lobby and other secular for-profits were not exempt under the Huckabee-approved law. In other words, Mike Huckabee, in the state of Arkansas, signed a law that is exactly like the Obamacare birth control mandate. And now all of a sudden he flipped his position. Gee, I can't quite tell if the Republicans only disagree with Obama because he's Obama. How many examples have we gone over? I mean, the healthcare example is the perfect example. It's your fucking plan, douchebags on the right. All the Republicans have no clue about the history of the individual mandate, which is Obamacare. Richard Nixon first proposed it. Then the Heritage Foundation in the early 1990s wrote policy papers where they said, this is what we believe in. This is what Republicans believe in. Newt Gingrich, Chuck Grassley, all other congressional Republicans were like, rock and roll. This is our plan to counter Clinton Care, which was, of course, the left-wing plan of the time. It's your plan, but when Obama proposed it, and by the way, in negotiations, he caved twice to their side. He went from single payer to public option to, okay, fine, we'll do your plan. So he does their plan. Now they hate it. Now it's the worst thing ever, and it's a government takeover, even though it is specifically not, because it keeps the private health insurance companies intact. That's exactly what this is. You know, Mike Huckabee's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. What are we talking about? We're in, hello, is this the modern day and age? What are we stuck in, 1557? Of course health insurance companies should cover birth control, and you can't have some random business owner saying, it's against my belief system, so I'm going to force my beliefs on you. He signed it. He was like, yeah, no, of course, this is a no-brainer. Obviously, birth control is covered. Just like Viagra is covered, by the way, under health insurance plans. What tremendous hypocrites. If President Obama does the same thing they do, it's big government, it's tyranny, it's terrible, you know, boycott, buycott, whatever the goofy term is, you know, fight it, fight it, fight it. But if we do the same things, oh, man, pat us on the back. We're the best leaders ever. Are you kidding me? Look at this great thing I did, man. Isn't this wonderful?